Édouard Dantan was born in Paris in 1848 and seemed to come from a family of artisans, as into a veritable heritage. His grandfather, who had been a soldier under the First Empire, was distinguished as a sculptor in wood. His father, the eldest son of the veteran, was born at St. Cloud, where he became a sculptor in marble and left many remarkable decorative works and statues. Édouard's uncle also became a sculptor and was famous especially for his caricature portraits in clay and bronze, and for satirical portraits in crayon of celebrities and notorieties. The young Édouard Dantan entered the École des Beaux-Arts as a student under the tutelage of Isidore Pils, who in 1831 became a student at the École des Beaux-Arts himself, and studied under François-Édouard Picot. He won the Prix de Rome prize in 1838 for his historical painting. Dantan also studied with the artist and instructor Henri Lehmann, a very popular painter in all genres. It was with such privileged instruction that Dantan made rapid progress, and in 1867 the government commissioned him for some important decorative compositions. 2 years later he showed his first picture at the Salon, a picture which had somewhat curious adventures. As it happened, in 1870 the artist had gone to Paris to volunteer in the army against the Prussians. Dantan had established his studio in a commune of St. Cloud, which is situated in the western suburbs of Paris, a little over 9 kilometers or 6 miles from the center of Paris. As war broke out, Dantan went to serve in his unit, and he left his studio at St. Cloud locked up. To his dismay, when he returned to the town, he found that his studio had been burned down during the Prussian occupation and supposed his picture had been destroyed. Some years after, however, it was by accident found at the Palace of Versailles, rolled up around a broomstick. It had been cut from the stretcher when the invaders sacked his studio and carried off by some soldier who probably intended to keep it, but who afterward, when the Germans evacuated Versailles, forgot it and left it behind. In 1870, when the Franco-Prussian War interrupted his work, while enlisted, he was given the rank of sergeant and was later promoted to lieutenant. It was during the war the family home was burned down entirely. In 1874, Dantan received his first Salon medal for a picture of a monk making a wood carving, which the state purchased for the Nantes Museum. In 1875, he won a gold medal at the Rouen Exposition, with a picture that was purchased by the city for its municipal museum. In 1880, he took another Salon medal for a picture of his father sculpturing a bas-relief which the state bought for the Luxembourg. This seemed to give a new direction to his talent, and he painted a number of pictures representing these artistic interiors, all of which enjoyed great success. Modelling from life represents the workshop of a maker of plaster casts. In the background are seen casts from the antique, one of a figure by Michelangelo and one of a head by Donatello. The mortar with its swinging pestle for pulverizing plaster, sacks of plaster, and the tubs, bowls, sieves, and the like used in the trade. The mould maker has been taking a cast from life. The nude model is perched on the stand, and the master is removing the first half of the mould from her leg, while his assistant holds the second section in place. These casts from a living model of arms and legs are very generally used in the preliminary drawing classes of the art schools. Dantan, as this picture shows, was a realist naturalist in the purest spirit. He enjoyed a profitable repute as a portrait painter also. Dantan's works followed the academic tradition of painting and were praised by his contemporaries. His technical mastery is illustrated by such paintings as Un coin d'atelier, 1880, where he depicts his father working on a bas-relief in his studio, seen from behind. The studio is filled with a working studio's artifacts. In the foreground, a nude woman is taking a break from modelling, completely natural as it would occur in life. The scene is illuminated by a clear white light, with a delicate sense of reflected light. One reviewer said that Dantan had treated the subject with taste and grace, when it could easily have fallen into vulgarity. In another work of Dantan, and describing a painting of a group of sailors following a clergyman going to bless the sea, another critic said in 1881, "He has written a page before which believers and skeptics must raise their hats." In the years after the war, Dantan exhibited a number of other paintings at the Salon, including Hercules at the feet of Omphale, 1874, Death of Teusaphane, 1875, Calling of the Apostles Peter and Andrew, 1878, He continued to exhibit at the Salon until 1895. In 1890, 1894, and 1895, he served on the jury of selection for the Salon. For 12 years, Dantan's companion was the model Agostina Segatori, who had also posed for artists such as Jean-Baptiste Corot, Jean-Léon Gérôme, and Édouard Manet. She bore a child to Dantan Jean-Pierre in 1873. On their separation, Agostina opened Café du Tambourin on the Boulevard de Clichy, which became a meeting place for artists. Dantan spent his summers in Villeville, where he worked on other canvases. After the death of his father, he moved to Saint-Cloud in 1881 in the family home, Parc de Montretout. He married in 1889 Elisa Lestrelin, daughter of Clodoaldian notables. Dantan then led the life of an established bourgeois artist and exhibited regularly at the Salon from 1869 to 1897. His works presented at the Salon are essentially genre scenes that gradually replace history painting. Some works were acquired by the state and now belong to important Parisian and provincial museums around France. The artist gradually deviated from his historical epic pictures to life in contemporary terms. The landscapes of Villeville, the movements of the sea, and the fishermen at work undoubtedly counted a lot in the evolution of his painting, but his tragic death in 1897 on July 9th, when his carriage struck a church building. In more recent years, Dantan's work has once again achieved rightful recognition, a revival of interest. With the effort by the museum, Musée des Avelines, an exhibition was formed in 2014 to gather his works together as they posted. The particularity of being accompanied by the production of a sketch of a catalogue raisonné, which will be available for consultation on the website of the Musée des Avelines. This is a reference database with the ultimate objective of bringing together all the works of Édouard Dantan while documenting them. Édouard Joseph Dantan will have his much-deserved place in art history. We enjoyed bringing Monsieur Dantan's work to you, and hope you will remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave a like, as it helps the channel to grow. We look forward to bringing you more presentations, and thank you.
Thanks for stopping by, and don't forget to leave a like.